very warm welcome to one and all. Success Tales welcomes you all to yet another exciting episode of Real People, Real Stories. Today, we have the privilege of having with us the founder of Uma's Agro Products and Research Center, Colonel Ashutosh Bahuguna. Uma's Agro Products and Research Center is based in Dehradun and is dealing in mushroom farming and promoting the same in the Uttarakhand state. Colonel Bahuguna superannuated from Indian Army in year 2020 after an illustrious career spanning 32 years. During this period, he was recipient of Chief of Army Staff commendations, recognizing his meritorious services. He is now pursuing his other passions in life. He is also a freelance defense analyst, security specialist, and is on board various skills development and enhancement program establishments. He has recently acquired interest in mushroom farming and is making effort to streamline and develop an integrated cooperative approach to this alternative agriculture product, with tremendous potential of improving the economy of the hill state. Good afternoon, Colonel Bahuguna. Welcome to our platform. Welcome to our platform, Success Tales. We are extremely honored by you for accepting our request. The way you believed in our humble initiative has been very encouraging and motivating for our team. Yes, sir. So, sir, thank you so much, sir. So, sir, please tell us something about your venture.
Well, we have just initiated the process of farming of mushrooms. Actually, I got interested in it because I saw that it is a very good form of alternative farming with good returns, less resources, and lesser time than the other products, agriculture products which are in the market. Also, you don't require elaborate fields or elaborate machines to go into it. Along with that, we have got a huge retail as well as bulk market which is available for this business. Thirdly, being a Highlander myself, I thought that this alternative farming should be brought to the hills, where in a very short span of time when we introduced the products in the hills, we saw that people have developed a lot of liking for it, especially the women folk who chose to take it as an alternative for the non-vegetarian food. And it is very interesting to note that the ladies in the hills, they do cook food because otherwise the men folk are find themselves interested in the non-vegetarian food, but the ladies who cook are themselves are vegetarian. So, keeping it view the nutrition and the medicinal values the mushroom provides, and the way they have taken it and started it as in their menu, it was quite interesting and fascinating. And with that aim, we thought that they must bring this mushroom farming to the remote areas and also train, especially the ladies of the hills, on this venture. So basic aim was not only the business, but also we aimed to bring good medicinal and nutritious food, and of course tasty food to the people who are living in the remote areas of the hill.
Right, sir. So, you served in the Indian Army for so long. So, how was your transition from life of serving the armed forces to this life of being an entrepreneur yourself?
I told you, in Army, we are taught to fight and fight to win because there are no runners in the war. And this motto makes us quite adaptable to various different contingencies which occurs in life. So transformation was not very difficult. And in fact, over a period of time, we have seen that the values which were imbibed in us during our stay in the army help us while going through the civil life.
Right, sir. So, if a person wants to start his own startup in mushroom farming, what roadmap he should follow, like right from ideation to planning and so on?
I mentioned that every time and always when somebody speaks to me about the path to the success in any field, and since we are talking about mushrooms,
Hmm.
I would say first of all we should be absolutely clear as to what we are looking for.
Hmm.
Either it is only a business-oriented activity or to enhance the existing system of whatever income is coming to the house. Or thirdly, in addition, if we want it as a social service also,
Hmm.
to train the people to have their own plants, and not only plants, if it is possible to have, like a kitchen garden, can we have a kitchen mushroom garden? So, keeping that in view, we have a system wherein three types of mushroom farming is envisaged. First is the seasonal plants. Now, the mushroom is totally dependent on the seasonal and the environmental conditions. So, if we do not have any artificial means to control the environment, then over a period of 3 to 4 months in a year, you can have a variety of mushroom.
Hmm.
And next 3 4 months, you can have the second. And next 3 4 months, you can have the third variety of mushroom growing in your farm. For that, you have you do not require a huge infrastructure, 3 or 4 huts like we have in our villages, straw huts, thatched roof huts that can be used, and a small machines like exhaust fan, temperature control, dehumidifier can be put in there.
Hmm.
For basically, it is a small project, but the production is a lot.
Hmm.
So you can venture into business, but only restricted by the fact that you can have a type of mushroom only for 3 to 4 months. And then you have to switch over to the next variety.
Hmm.
Second is that you have mushrooms which are grown in a totally controlled environment. The factors here would be the machines which you have to employ, the structure which you have to create, and the quantity which you want to produce.
Hmm.
So that would cost around between 30 to 40 lakhs,
Hmm.
depending upon what capacity you are producing. So these are the two things. I started with the seasonal production, and in our organization, we are carrying out the experiments
Hmm.
as to how to cut down on these machines which controls the environment, like air conditioner,
Hmm.
and have it modified so that the if a mud hut if a mud hut can produce a controlled environment, why not utilize it? So we are carrying out experiments to an extent. We have been successful.
Okay.
It is just an incubation period. I hope it will come through, and then we'll bring it to the people so that at least the expenditure is
Hmm.
brought down to the level which they
Hmm.
can afford.
Hmm. Right, sir.
So that is also one basic part of the organization which we have
Hmm.
having.
Right, sir. So, besides maintaining the controlled environment, what challenges did your venture face during the pandemic specifically?
Pandemics, the production, there was no nothing affected the production
Okay.
itself. However, the market was closed, the mandis were closed,
Hmm.
the basically a product was going to the hills and to places like Chandigarh, Varanasi,
Hmm.
because of the transport unavailability, that was hit.
Okay.
Uh, but the best part of the mushroom is nothing goes waste. So whatever produce we had,
Hmm.
and we were not able to retail it or sell it to the people,
Hmm.
we just made dried the mushrooms, and they are as good as and as nutritious as the normal fresh mushroom, and they taste also the same. Then there are other, I would say, sub ventures which
Hmm.
can be utilized, like
Hmm.
making the pickle, mushroom pickle,
Hmm.
or mushroom powder, which is used as a concoction for the cookies,
Hmm.
for kadas, health drinks and other things. So all these products are there. So this is the best part, that none of the produce, including the compost which you make for the mushroom,
Hmm.
is not wasted. Even the compost goes to the market, and it can be sold.
Hmm.
So that is the best part. Nothing goes waste. So you earn the money from each and every part of the product as well as the compost. So challenges, I told you, challenges are there,
Hmm.
were there, but we slowed down our production. But
Hmm.
whatever produce was coming,
Hmm.
we went into the side ventures, which I just explained to you.
Right. Uh, what, according to you, is the importance of a good team in any business, sir?
Any team is any business or any venture, any effort requires a good teamwork.
Hmm.
It is in army, it is in civil. So a teamwork has to be there. It is built on faith, trust, and the synchronization of the vision which the team leader is having. If everything gels well, you produce a good team, and a good team always produce excellent results.
So, what, according to you, should be the qualities of a leader who is heading a startup?
Uh, a leader, there are too many academics on what is leadership skill,
Yes.
but a leader should be, first of all, focused on what he is to achieve.
Hmm.
Secondly, his team, delegation of duties to his team should be
Hmm.
absolutely clear.
Hmm.
And thirdly, he should look after the welfare of his team.
Hmm.
Welfare not only in the terms of monetary, it, in terms of professional growth, in terms of personal growth, and of course, the monetary things which are
Hmm.
there should be adequately compensated for their efforts. A good
Hmm.
leader is one which leads by self-example, and I think a team which is in synchronization with the organizational aim will
Hmm.
always get you the best of the results.
Right, sir. So, are you also looking for collaborations with the universities in the region?
My vision is very big. I
Hmm.
want to go to the remotest part of the country, starting from Uttarakhand,
Hmm.
and carry out a awareness campaign also. What we lack about the mushroom is there is not a no coordinated effort to make people aware of its nutrition and medicinal value.
Hmm.
So, like the National Egg Corporation, they go for the ad, they bring the
Hmm.
celebrities. It makes the effect. There is nothing coordinated in the mushroom industry.
Hmm.
However, we have through our collaborators approached the government, and most probably the midday meal
Hmm.
midday meal is being, the mushrooms are being introduced in the midday meals in Uttarakhand shortly. That's what I have been told. So these are the things. If we make it popular, it is cheaper than a non-vegetarian item.
Right.
It is more nutritious. It is available. It can be easily grown, and yes, it has got different uses also. Not only confined to the eating, meals part, but it can be also product. Like I told you, cookies are made, pickles are made, and even the compost output can be utilized as a manure, organic manure, totally pure organic manure. It has got a very high concentration of nutrients like nitrogen, like potassium, calcium. All these things are very high, and all these contents, when kept in open for quite some time, the toxic parts of these contents, toxic part in the sense of, which are in higher proportion, they get moderated, and then they are the best organic manure available for your gardens and farm.
Right, sir. So, sir, I was talking about collaboration. What is the problem in Uttarakhand, especially, is that the people do not know about the different schemes that the government has launched. They require a lot of hand holding, and they do not know whom to approach, just in case if anybody wants to start a business, specifically in mushroom farming. What's your say in this?
Though it would not be very pleasing to the government, but the fact remains that the normal person or common man does not get to know about various subsidies which are given at various levels by the various agencies, including the government, which subsidies and facilities are available. They goes to a select few favorites. That is a bad thing, which should not happen. Everybody should be given an equal opportunity. Secondly, there are too many, red tapeism in the sense there are too many documents to fill. Now you tell me, a person wants to go make a hut and want to have a 400 bags of mushroom, compost and mushroom in that. Now, if he seeks a 1 lakh rupee note, they want a project report, they want the ownership of the land. There are n number of issues which a bank would ask that gentleman to provide. Just say a minuscule sum of under 5 lakh rupees. So the person, while going there, he gets hesitant as to where. First of all, the filling of form is one of the main cause of the hesitancy, because anybody who thinks that he, after filling certain information, he is going to sign it, he gets hesitant whether he is doing it right or wrong. But it is there. And when I speak to the bank official, they say, sir, we know this, but there is a requirement of a project report. There is a requirement. If you are going for a higher income, say higher money, or if you are asking for a huge amount, then yes, that is required. But if a person who is just thinking of 3, 4 huts and trying to make a living out of it, I don't think, and he's not asking for much. And everybody knows, if one mushroom report has been given in the state, that is valid for everybody. Whosoever is interested in farming, you just want to see, but he can make the structure. He has the land, a small piece of land, and you sanction the things. But there are so many people involved, there are so many documents involved that a person gets hesitant. And especially when you are trying to sustain. Initially, anybody can pay. 2-3 lakh rupees is not much, even for a farmer. Even if he goes and pays, but this is a cycle wherein for sustenance he requires certain amount of money which is floating. And that money is recycled and utilized. And that is where the bank should come. So if you look at it, the percentage of people who started the mushroom business and then after say 1 or 2 years they will stop doing it is because of the sustenance you require certain amount of money because I told you this is a totally climate controlled thing. If sometimes like this pandemic occurred, so there were losses. But when you approach the bank, they will say A kagaz chahiye, B kagaz chahiye, then it becomes a problem. So government should open it for all. We are not asking for big business type loans, but for small loans. And even our Prime Minister says that a poorer a person and is given a loan, it will be 100% insured. There is a 100% surety that he will return back. You have never seen a person who is low income group not returning his loan. So I think this should be followed on ground also. And not only select who are running businesses into crores. They get this. The problem is these people get the subsidy which they do not require.
Right.
So that is the thing. That is one challenge for the mushroom farming or any, even for organic farming or alternative forms of farming in Uttarakhand. And I hope the new Chief Minister looks into it.
Right, sir. Sure, sir. So I hope we'll be anyways, uploading your links on our website so that our viewers, whoever is interested in the same kind of business, can connect with you for mentorship as well, so that you can at least apprise him about what are the ground realities and how he should proceed towards setting up a venture on his own for this. Right, sir?
My only thing is I am into this not because of business. I am into this so that I can make it reach to the remotest corner of initially starting from Uttarakhand and then beyond. So anybody who extends a helping hand or who wants to become a part of it is welcome. We are looking for people to be associated with us, and hopefully through this YouTube you will be able to take my message across to everybody.
Sure, sir.
It was a nice interaction.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, before leaving, sir, any piece of advice for the startup enthusiasts?
Just be focused. Just be focused and you will get the results. I'm telling you, this is what I have followed throughout the life. If you have started a thing, it will happen. But you should be focused about it. And you, as you grow, you should not, sway from your focused goal. And every time, please think big. Please think maximum you can think that in that venture you can reach. Start from that thought and you will reach there. There is nothing impossible. If you are focused, if you are sincere to yourself and to your organization and to your work, follow good work ethics and you will be the winner. That is my message.
Thank you very much, Colonel Bahuguna. It was a pleasure having you with us today. We are extremely honored and thank you for again supporting our humble initiative. We wish you the best in all your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was nice talking, and please convey my best wishes to you and your team. Sure, we just want to wish that we see you growing many, many folds.